welcome back to my channel. I've recently learned that like 60% of my viewers aren't subscribed, so I feel like saying subscribe isn't really like getting through to you guys. Subscribe! Okay, subscribe to my channel! I tried to be nice about it, but now I have to be serious. Just kidding. Well, I mean, I'm not really kidding. I do want you to subscribe. I do want you to subscribe. Subscribe, please. Everyone subscribe. I can't even say subscribe when I'm trying to say subscribe because I just think subscribe. But when I say subscribe, I say subscribe. Why am I like this? So this video is going to be answering all your questions on the transfer. So yesterday I asked you all on Instagram to ask me any question about the transfer, and then I would make a video and respond to it. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I think it's really important to like let the readers know what they can expect from the story, because there's only so much you can learn in like this little description bit here and from the cover, obviously. So I wanted to let you all know what the story was about, and also it means we're all involved in it together. Also, if you ask questions and I don't know the answer to it, I should know the answer. I need to know the story inside and out. So if there's any questions that I'm not sure about, it allows me, before I publish the story, to think more about that question and like what the answers should be. So let's start going through these questions. Okay, first question. Can we customize? Yes, you absolutely can. I mean, I love the way I've created my characters, and there's kind of a bit of a story behind the way I've created my main character and the love interest. However, there is full customization for the male love interest and the main female character. So you can keep them the way I intended them to be, or you can change them to the way you want them to be. So it's totally up to you. So yes, full customization is in. You guys probably aren't surprised. What does the name Mateo mean, and do you know the origin? So Mateo, for those of you that don't know, is the name that I've given to my love interest in the story. I don't know what the name Mateo means. Wait, let's Google it. Oh, it means God's gift. I didn't even know that. Huh. Yeah, Mateo means God's gift. He definitely is God's gift. But I'm thinking I should like let you pick the guy's character's name, but I'm not sure yet. Let me know what you think. If you want to name your character, write in the comments. If you don't care, write in the comments. Let me know, because I'm still undecided on that yet. Is there going to be a point system? No. So their choices do matter in the story, and it is like stuff will happen depending on what you pick, but there won't be a point system. So like it's not like you gain a point for certain choices or lose a point for certain choices. No, so no point system. Next question. How did you get inspired to come up with this story? So there's like a few things that inspired me to write this story. There's a person that I follow on Instagram who kind of looks like the main character, only a little bit, but she looks like what I envisioned the female character, like the main character, to be. So I kind of took inspiration from her, like looks wise, and then built a story around it. It's also a little bit inspired by like real life events. Like the story's not based on me at all, but it's based on like some prejudices I've seen in the past and like some things I've been through. And then it's also kind of based, you know, like there's a lot of things. Like there's some stories that I've read that I've got inspiration from. There's some real life inspiration. There's some like people on the internet that I've got some inspiration from. There was a book on Audible that I was listening to. It's called 18, I think. No, not 18, I think. It's called 18. But the lead male character in that was called Mateo. So I kind of got the inspiration for the name from there. So yeah, I got it from all kinds of places. I've actually been thinking about the transfer now for like a year. It's been a very long time coming. So my inspirations come from everywhere. What makes the transfer different from the other stories I've written? So my previous stories, so like we've got Becoming Queen Bee, Golden Girl, Meet the Bloggers, Dear Diary, Frat League, Eros. I don't know if I've already said that, but they're all quite light-hearted stories. They've got like a lot of comedy in them, and this is like the most serious story I've written. So like, yeah, it's funny. Oh yeah, obviously I wrote it. That's a joke, by the way. It's called sarcasm. But this is the most serious story I've written. So the main character is very different to the other main characters I've written. She's very strong, very independent. Like, she doesn't need anybody, nor does she want anybody in her life. She's not chasing after guys. Like, she doesn't care. She doesn't want to be popular. Like, she just wants to live her life her way. So the main character is massively different. And the storyline, what it actually follows, is very different. And it's going to tackle some really serious, like, deep subjects, but in, like, an entertaining way. So it's very different, but I'm very, very excited. I put so much thought into it. How many love interests will there be? So to start off with, there's going to be one, and then I'm going to introduce another love interest too. But with regards to the love interest, it's episode interactive, choose your story. So you get to choose how much, like, love or whatever you want. Next question. What is the story about? So the story follows you, the main character, as you have to transfer school for, like, the millionth time because everyone has found out your secret. So you've moved to a new town and it's in, like, a Christian conservative community, and you've got to try and keep your past hidden and keep yourself a secret from everyone in the school, so you don't get kicked out again. But obviously things don't work out too well. I don't want to give too much away, but everybody has their secrets. There's a lot of dirty laundry, a lot of tea is being spilt in this story. Next question. How old is the main character? The main character is 18 years old. She is in her final year of high school. The story is set, it starts in January. So yeah, it's January of her final year of high school. How many chapters will there be? So I'm planning to have around, I think, like 40 chapters. I'm going to take it as it goes and see how the story flows. Like, I know, like, I've already planned, like, pretty much the first 15 chapters. So I'm thinking like 40, but then what I'm going to do is plan them in, like, 5 chapter batches after this. So I know how I want it to end. I know, like, for a while I've got up to it. But then when I hit chapter 15, I think I'm going to, like, look at it, plan the next 5 chapters, and then see. So I don't want to, like, make it too long, because it, like, if it's not going to be juicy the whole way through, because it's, like, proper juicy. I want it to be, like, intense the whole way through. So between 25 and 50 chapters, depending. Episode Meme Maker asked, will I react to it in my YouTube channel? So I'm going to go with no. I'm probably not going to do a read with me, because I already know everything that happens. So, like, it wouldn't be, like, genuine reactions. Like, honestly, when I write, I have to reread my work maybe, like, 50, 60 times. So literally I know every line, every movement, everything that's going to happen. So it'd be kind of not fun for me to, like, do a reaction when it's like, okay, I know what happens next. I know how the story ends. You get what I'm saying? Is this a personal story of your own life? Parts of it are based on real life and, like, my real life experiences, but it's more like emotions and feelings and my ideas of people and what they're like, and, like, my past experiences and relationships with people, rather than, like, oh, well, it was me. Who did your cover? So I actually got 2 covers done for this, one with long hair and one with short hair, because I was going to do it in ink and limelight, but now I think I'm just going to do it in limelight. But the artwork is done by Winry. She's done a load of artwork for me before. She's really great and I love it. Who was your favorite character to create? So honestly, for the first time ever, I think the main character was my favorite character to create. Like, I'm really into her. Like, I really like her. Like, I feel like I've really got into her mind, and, like, I've thought so much about her and what makes her tick and what gets her going. Like, I really love her as a character. So yeah, I'd say it's the main character. Why did she get transferred? That is something you'll have to find out in the story. Well, she did something happened. She had to keep it a secret, and then people keep finding out a secret because you can't trust anyone, because no one can keep their goddamn mouth shut. What is my update schedule going to be? Regular? Like, I'm going to aim for, like, 4 or 5 chapters a week. I'm going to smash it, mate. That's my plan, to absolutely smash it, but we'll see how that works out. But yeah, it's going to be regularly updated, several chapters a week. When is the release date? The story is coming out on the 17th of March 2019 with 10 chapters. Is the main character's personality like your own personality in any way? So in some ways, yes, it is. So just being like totally honest with you guys, I have anxiety kind of bad about certain things. So the main character has anxiety about certain things as well, and I've used like my personal experiences like in those anxiety type moments to help understand like the character. So she's got parts of me in her, but she's not like totally me. She's not fully based on me, but I have used my past experiences and stuff I feel to put her into the character. But I feel like all authors put their emotions into all their characters, I think. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Is the person who I will play as good, bad, you know, am I a nerd or just somebody at school? You're not a nerd. You're, if anything, I'd say you're a bad girl. Like, yeah. You're definitely not a nerd, but you're not like you're not a plastic or like a super popular girl. You're like pop punk. Just think like pop punk. Avril Lavigne, Hayley Williams from Paramore. Think that kind of vibe. The Sassy Mood Boards. Love that name already. Is there going to be tons of sass? Girl, obviously. Every story I write has tons of sass. There is like a main character, not the main character, but there is a main character in the story who's like the queen of all sass, and I love her. She was like my second favourite character to create. Her name's Phoenix. Kate_Epi said, is it LGBTQ+? Yes. I mean, all my story, like if you've read any of my past stories, I'm inclusive in all my stories. I like to have everyone represented just as it is in real life. So you have options to be who you want to be, act how you want to be, obviously within the limitations of episode. Like there's no transgenders yet in episode, but you can't choose to be like, you can't choose just girls or just boys. You have a mix of both because you can have whatever you want. But you also don't have to if you don't want to. So you can kind of just be you. Next question. How addicting is this story on a scale of 1 to 100? Firstly, I love quantifying things. So episode Tom the best. You're the best, just as your username would suggest. But 110. I hope so anyway. Ugh. It'll suck if this story is like a massive flop. Okay, next question. Will I be able to have the new customization? Yes, I am going to add the customization templates the day before I publish so that it's literally as updated as it can be. There'll be all the new hairstyles, all the new face shapes for the main character and for the love interest. You're welcome. Next question. Will there be any gem choices? Nope, no gem choices. Not a single gem choice in sight. Every choice will be free. Woo! Free things. Next question. How long have you been writing the transfer? So, actual writing, like in the portal, getting it done, probably a month. But like planning and thinking about it, probably like a year. With like intense planning over the last like 3 months. Why can't it have a good boy and not a bad boy for once? I'm tired. But no hate, I still love your work. Who said he's a bad boy? He's not necessarily a bad boy at all. So why are you hating? No, just kidding. I know you're not hating. It's absolutely fine. But yeah, I don't know what to say to this because like I don't know why people think he is a bad boy because he's not. I think he's a very nice guy. I think he's very interesting and deep, and if he was real, I'd probably marry him. I think if anything, you're a bitch to him. You know, you don't fall for any of his tricks. You're not done over by him. Okay, that's all the questions I'm going to answer. We did it, guys. We got through many, many questions. I need to get on with writing now. So we have 9 days left, and I have 5 chapters left to write. I finished chapter 5 yesterday. I've just got to add like some animations and then I will be ready to move on to chapter 6. Okay guys, well thank you for tuning in and watching. If you have any more questions about the transfer, write them in the comments and I will reply. I've got really good with replying to comments lately. I think it's because I'm enjoying it so much. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching to the end. And don't forget, the transfer is out on March 17th, 2019. Bye, guys!